Hi and welcome back to my channel. So I'm excited about today's coaching video because today I'm going to be sharing with you 7 things that are holding you back in your life. And I promise you, as I go through these 7 things, you're going to find something that applies to you. Now, I actually had more than 7 things, but I didn't want this video to be any longer than it absolutely had to be. So I decided to just break it up into 2 parts. So this is part 1. So let's jump right on in. Number 1, you keep waiting for the right time. You cannot wait for the perfect time because it will never come. And let me say that again. You cannot wait for the right time because it will never come. Period. End of sentence. It will never come. Today is the first day of a new beginning, the conception of a new life. It takes 9 months for a new life to form. The question is, who do you want that person to be? And that's a question for you. That's not a rhetorical question. That's something I want you to think about. Who do you want to be in the next 9 months? The next 9 months are all yours. You can do with them as you please. But if I were you, I would make them count. Number 2, your planning and focus are off. Every night, think about 3 small things that you want to accomplish the next day. And then write them down. When you wake up in the morning, review the list before you do anything else and then take that first step. And I can't stress that enough. Actually, I'm looking for my vision book. I don't see it. It's usually somewhere near me. But anyway, so write down 3 things. When I wake up in the morning, I always go and flip through my vision book because I want to see what is it in this book that I can accomplish today. What is it in this book that I need to accomplish today? So I would suggest that you don't have to do a vision book per se, but write down just three things, you guys. Not a long list of stuff, just 3 things that you want to accomplish tomorrow. And then wake up and begin to accomplish those things. Number 3, you change nothing, but you expect a different result. And y'all know exactly what that is, right? So that's the definition of insanity. It's doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. If you want to improve yourself, you have to try new things. If you keep doing what you're doing, guess what? You'll keep getting what you're getting. It's as simple as that. You cannot expect to keep doing the same things over and over again and think that the outcome is going to be different. And it's not. It's just like I remember back in my days as being a Weight Watchers group leader, and I would talk to people who were struggling with losing weight, I should say, and they're like, but I eat the same thing every week. And I'm going, are you serious? Because you do know that's the perfect definition of insanity. Continuing to do the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. I said, so what you need to do, take a look at your food journal, figure out where you can make some changes, because that's your problem right there. You can't keep doing the same thing looking for a different result. Number 4, you close your mind to new ideas and perspectives. Even as you grow wiser with age, you must remind yourself that an understanding is never absolutely final. What's currently right could easily be wrong later on. So remember that success in life does not depend on always being right. To make real progress, you must let go of the assumption that you already have all the answers. And I'm going to put a pin right here because I never think I have all the answers. Every time I think I have all the answers, I learn something new. So don't think you have all the answers. You can listen to others, learn from them, and successfully work with them even though you may not agree with every opinion that they have. When people respectfully agree to disagree, everybody benefits from the diversity of perspective. And let me put a pin right here. I am one of these people. If we're having a conversation and you don't agree with me and I don't agree with you, I don't get upset. I used to. I won't lie. I used to. But I don't get upset. I'll just say, you know what? Let's agree to disagree. You believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. And we'll move on to something else. Simple as that. Number 5, you refuse to accept necessary risks. Living is about learning as you go. Living is risky business. It really is. Every decision, every interaction, every step, every time you get out of bed in the morning, you take a small risk. Let me put a pin right here. Not too long ago, I had worked my legs the day before at the gym, right? And so, honey, my legs felt like wet noodles. So when I got out of the bed the next morning, my legs were hurting so bad that I couldn't really put pressure on them right away, and I fell forward into my dresser. So when I just said that getting out of the bed, you take a small risk, you do, because you could easily hurt yourself. So to truly live is to know you're getting up and taking that risk, and to trust yourself to take it. Think about it. If you ignore your instincts and let shallow feelings of uncertainty stop you, you will never know anything for sure. And in many ways, this unknowing will be worse than finding out your instincts were wrong. Because if you were wrong, you could make adjustments and carry on with your life without looking back and wondering what might have been. And that is one of the things that I have always said I don't want to do. I don't want to get to the end of my life and wonder, God, what could have been had I done this? Or what could have been had I done that? That's why I say get out there, take risks. Let me say this, take safe risks, okay? And when I say safe, I'm talking about, y'all know what I'm talking about. When I say take a safe risk, you know how you meet somebody and you sleep with them not knowing anything about them, that's taking a risk, okay? That's not necessary. That's not a safe risk to take. But I mean, take safe risks. If there's a business opportunity and you're interested, I always say pray about it, then take a risk and see, because you never know. And the thing is if you don't step out and try that business opportunity, or if you don't try something new within your business, you'll never know if it would have worked out. And then one day you're going to sit back and you're going to say, wow, I remember when I thought about doing XYZ and I was too afraid to step out there and try it. But now I'm wondering, what could things have been like had I just done it? So take some necessary risks. Safe ones though. Number 6, you let a few negative people inside your head. This is big for a lot of people. There will always be a few people in your life who will be critical of you regardless of what you do or how well you do it. When you're embarking on a new venture, instead of listening to the few critics that will try to discredit you, spend some time talking to one of the millions of people in this world who are willing to support you, your efforts, and acknowledge your potential respectfully. Let me tell you something. I do not allow negativity in my inner circle, and I certainly do not allow negativity into my headspace. When people start wanting to become negative, honey, I got to keep you at bay, because I don't do the negativity. If I'm doing something, goes back to what I just said before about taking a necessary risk. I'm gonna try it, and guess what? If it doesn't work, I can learn from it and fix it. Or I can say, well, Michelle, you know what? You tried that. It didn't work, so let's move on to something else. But you've got to get rid of the negative people. And too many of us have that one person in our inner circle that is so negative. Every time you say, I think I'm going to do this with my business, they'll go, girl, that's not going to work out. I don't know why you tried. I tried that years ago. It didn't work for me. Well, just because it didn't work for you doesn't mean it won't work for me. Get rid of the negative people. And I mean today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Don't wait till next month. And for God's sake, don't wait till next year. Get rid of the negative people now. Right now. I'm telling you, you'll be better off for it. And number 7, last but not least, you avoid the truth. When you're not being authentic somewhere in your life or with someone in your life, an attempt at transformation eventually leads to anger and frustration. The truth always creeps back up on you. It does not cease to exist when you ignore it. The truth may not be easy to deal with, but it will always set you free in the end. Cannot stress this enough. This made me think about a time in my life when when I dated someone. And y'all know I like to be transparent when I can. And you see the handwriting on the wall. You know this person is not the right person for you. However, you avoid the truth, right? And you say, well, he or she, they're fine. They got this going on. They have that going on. but you don't want to see the truth. And the truth is that person means you no good. The truth is that person does not deserve to be in your inner space. So we have got to stop avoiding the truth, face that truth head on, and then remove what we need to remove, and then keep moving with life. And it's not just necessarily people in our lives. Sometimes it's things. Sometimes it's a business decision that you've made, and you don't want to see the truth for what it is. That business decision that you made just isn't a good one. And y'all know how we get. I'm an Aries. Let me say this. I'm an Aries, and I'm one of these people. I go hard for the things that I believe in. I go hard for the people that I believe in. And sometimes it's hard to acknowledge the truth and back off and let that thing go. Why? Because I'm just so gung-ho into making it work. But I'm learning. I've got to face that truth and let things go in life. I don't have to make everything work out. So that's it. Let me do a quick recap, and I promise I'll let you be. Number one, I'm sorry, let me backtrack. So here are the 7 things again that are holding you back in your life. Number one, you keep waiting for the right time. Remember what I said, stop doing that, because the right time will never come. It's just like, oh my goodness, it's just like, you ever meet somebody who's in a relationship with someone and they know that person's not good for them, and so you say, well, why do you stay? Oh, it's not the right time. And my mind takes me back to Waiting to Exhale. Remember the scene where Whitney Houston's character, and I can't think of her name, is dating the guy who's married, and she keeps asking him, well, when is going to be the right time for you to leave your wife? And he always has some BS story about why it's not the right time. I think at one point she was either pregnant or she just had a baby, and he's like, oh, it's not the right time. Honey, let me tell you something. If you keep waiting for the right time, it's never going to come. Number 2, your planning and focus are off. I encourage you to get focused. Get refocused if you need to. That's why I love having my vision book, because it allows me to keep my goals. It allows me to stay focused and keep my goals right here in front of my face, so I see them all the time, every day. I take that book with me. It's probably in my work bag now that I think about it. But excuse me, I take that book with me every day, and every day I look at it a couple of times a day, because I want to stay focused. I want to keep my goals and my dreams in the forefront of my mind so I don't forget them. Number 3, you change nothing, but you expect different results. And remember, that is the perfect definition of insanity. Number 4, you close your mind to new ideas and perspectives. A lot of times when a new idea is presented to us, we will close ourselves off because we didn't think of it, or the risk is too great. I don't want to do that. No, I'm always going to keep my mind open to new ideas and to new perspectives. And here's the thing, I'm always talking to people, not just anybody, but I'm always talking to people. And when people give me new ideas, I was like, you know what, I like that. And I go home and I have a tablet. I don't have it here with me, but I have a tablet that I write those ideas down as they come to me or as people share them with me. And I do a little research to figure out, okay, you know what, I like this idea. Let me see how I can make this work. Or you look to see what someone else has done. Figure out how you can tweak it to make it your own. But don't close your mind to new ideas and perspectives. Number 5, you refuse to accept necessary risks. You have to take some risks in life. For those of you that have been through relationships and maybe they didn't end well, and you say, honey, I'm not getting to another relationship, I'm not going to get married again, let me tell you something. You've got to take some necessary risks in order to be happy, because if you don't, what happens is you close yourself off from the rest of the world. Like this is your life, but you want it to stay open so that you can allow good things and good people to come into your life. So you got to take some risks. Number 6, you let a few negative people inside your head. And I told y'all, I'm an Aries. I don't have time for negativity. I don't deal in it. I don't dabble in it. I cannot stand it. So negative people, I keep them at arm's length because I don't have time for them. And number 7, you avoid the truth. You have got to wake up and face the truth. Some of y'all have a truth right now that you need to face and you don't want to. But let me tell you something. I believe that your life can be so much better if you just wake up, find that truth, face it head on, deal with it, and then remove it from your life and move on. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much to my newest subscribers. Thank you to those of you that continue to support me. I love you guys to the moon and back. And you know I don't use that term love lightly, but I truly, truly do. And I look forward to next week. Next week, I'm going to share the other 7 things that are holding you back in your life. And I really do hope that you get something from this video, you know, really. And I'm going to list them in the description box. You don't have to worry about taking notes, because I want you to really think about what I'm sharing with you and see where you fit in. Because some of these things, let me say this, some of these things have been me. I can't say that they're me now, but I've been down that road where a lot of these things were me at some point in time in my life, and not so long ago. So, hope these things help you out. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And remember, don't let anything or anyone keep you from being the best that you can be. Because guess what, you guys? Now is the time to make the rest of your life the best of your life. Until next week, take care.